Hello everybody, welcome back to Key Creations. Thank you so much for stopping back by my channel, and if you are new, thank you for joining us, and I hope you will return. So today guys, we are going to do a pizza pan door hanger or wreath. You can also use this craft as tabletop decor or wall decor. It is very versatile. So the supplies you're going to need are, you're going to need a pizza pan. And so I got mine from Dollar Tree, but I tell you, I had the hardest time finding pizza pans at Dollar Tree. So you can get a pizza pan from other places, but I was finally able to get my hands on a couple of them. So you're going to need a pizza pan. You're also going to need either some type of sign or a pumpkin or whatever you want to put in the middle of the pizza pan. And so I have this pumpkin here, and this is from the Dollar Tree, and we are going to paint this. So you'll also need some beads, some wood beads. Now I got these beads, I believe a couple of years ago from Michael's. You're going to need 15 millimeter beads and 10 millimeter beads. And I'll let you know how much of the beads that I use. You're also going to need some type of words, you know, metal words, or if you have a Cricut or something, you can use your Cricut to create some words, you know, a phrase or whatever. I have this metal word sign from Dollar Tree, and this is the pack that it was in, and it has 3 in the pack, and the words are thankful, harvest, and welcome. So you'll need that. I'm going to use the thankful sign or metal word. You'll also need some type of florals, and I have these florals. I got these from Dollar Tree, and I really like these colors here, so we are going to use those. You'll also need some paint, and I have white paint, brown paint, and I have this green, and it's called celery green, and it's Americana paint. So we're going to use that. I also pre-made this bow, but I've had this bow sitting around for a while now, and so I'm just gonna use it on this little door hanger. So, and that ribbon that I use there is 1.5 inches wide, and this is the ribbon that I use. This is from Hobby Lobby. But you'll need some twine. You will need your scissors. You won't need your rotary cutter this time, but you'll need your scissors. You'll need some wire cutters, and you'll need your hot glue gun and glue sticks. I think I told you guys everything, and if not, I have started doing a material list, a supply list, so I will list everything in the description box. So let me get everything set up, you guys, and when I come back, we'll get started. So as you can see, I've already taken one of these pizza pans, and I have already painted it white. So actually I used 3 coats of paint on this pizza pan, and I'm using Craft Smart paint. So I know the chalk paint you'll probably have to put fewer coats on there with a chalk paint, but that's what I use. I also forgot to tell you guys, you're going to need a paintbrush. Sorry about that. You're going to need a paintbrush or a foam brush, you know, to paint with. But I already had this done, so you're going to need to paint it like whatever color you want to paint it. You know, you might want to paint it a different color, but I chose white. So we're going to start on our pumpkin right now. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use just kind of set it here on the back of one of the other pizza pans because I'm a little clumsy. So I'm gonna remove this little raffia bow they had on here. It just has a hot glue here, and I'll try to remove that here in a minute. I'm just gonna take this this celery green paint, and I'm just gonna pour a little bit on here, and I'm going to paint like around here. I'm not gonna paint these raised pieces green. I think I'm gonna paint those white, but just take your brush, and I'm not gonna paint the whole thing on camera because, you know, but I will tell you how many coats of paint that I use on the pumpkin. So that's all we're gonna do. We're gonna paint it, and we're gonna go all around in between with this green paint. I have gotten all the green paint on the pumpkin, and so I ended up doing 2 coats of paint. And as you can see, like, if you can see, like right up here is kind of rough where I took the little raffia bow off and that hot glue that was left. So I tried to get as much of it off as I could, but I'm not going to worry too much about it because between the florals and the bow, it's going to be covered up, so I'm not too worried about it. But right now we're going to use this white Craft Smart paint, and we're going to color paint these raised parts here. So I'm just going to take my paintbrush here, and we're just going to paint it. And you're gonna want to like make sure that you let the paint dry between each coat. Just let it dry really well. So that's all I'm going to do, guys. I am going to paint these parts here, and when I come back I will show you how it looks. I went ahead and put 2 coats of paint on the white parts here. So I just wanted the white to really stand out. So I think that's cute. So now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to paint our little stem. So we're just going to take this brown here, and we're going to mix it in with this white. This is actually called melted chocolate, and this is apple barrel paint. So I'm just going to mix that together, and then we're going to paint this stem. Mix that together like that. And I'm not going to worry about the hole there because it's going to be pretty much covered up. So like I said, with the florals and the bow and all of that stuff, we're going to kind of cover that up. So I'm just going to extend down here a little bit into that green. Like so. Okay. Okay. So that's all we're going to do for that part there. We're going to let that dry a little bit, and then we are going to move on to our next step. I have this nautical rope from Dollar Tree. I decided that I wanted to use this. I want to use this too, so I know I didn't say that in the beginning. I just thought about it. And so all I'm gonna do is hot glue it around. So what you want to do is take your hot glue gun and, you know, just put a little glue on right here on the edge here. Not on the edge, but on the inside. Put a little glue, and then we're gonna put our rope down right there and just press it down a little bit. Okay. And then we're gonna glue it around, sections at a time. Okay. Just glue it like that. I'm just gonna keep gluing around. So we're just gonna cut that off right here. And we're gonna take our hot glue and kind of put some on this end, these ends here, so that we can keep those ends together. I'll take this and and then we're just gonna tuck it behind here. Okay. And so we can hide that, you know, when we put our little florals and stuff up there. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to start gluing our beads on. So we're going to take the 15 milliliter beads, okay? And we're going to hot glue them just right around here, right next up against the rope. And what you want to do is, because we have the holes here, you want to make sure that your holes are like this way, as opposed to, you know, the opening facing that way. You want to cover up those holes. So I'll show you what I mean. So we're just going to take our bead here, put a little hot glue on there, kind of on the side there. And then we're going to take it and we're going to place it right here against the rope. Just hold it there a few seconds. Okay. And so we're going to take our next bead and we're just going to do the same thing. We're going to just keep putting the hot glue on there and just pressing the beads against that rope. And you can put some on the end of the bead where the hole is if you wanted to. But make sure you're putting them close together, the beads close together, like so. And so that's all I'm gonna do all around the pizza pan is glue these beads on. And when I'm done with that, I'll come back and I'll show you guys how it looks. Let me show you a couple of things. So I ended up using 57 beads, and so those beads were 15 millimeters, and I have 57 of them on there. But as you can see, there's a gap right here, which, you know, maybe I should have spaced them out a little bit and you know, kind of spaced them out so they would, you know, kind of connect a little bit better. But I kind of wanted them to be like this, but that's okay, because what we can do is use this as the top and put our bow right there. And also this little side here that's kind of messy, we're gonna cover that up, so that's gonna be fine. But also what I ended up doing was putting the little twine around and hiding that little hole in the middle of the stem and just tying the beads on. And I'll show you right quick how I did that. I just actually had a longer piece of twine, but all I did was take the little 10mm bead and just put it through the bead, and then all I'm gonna do is just kind of do a little, well, actually do 2 knots, just so it can hold the bead, so the bead won't slide down over. All right, let me knot it one more time. Knot it about 3 times. So okay, so that's all you have to do, and then your bead will stay on there, and then you can come here and just kind of snip that off, and you'll have the bead hanging like that. And I just put one on each side, so that's how I did that. So we can move on. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to hot glue the pumpkin to the pizza pan. And so what I'm going to do is take my hot glue and just put the glue all around up here on the stem. Let me put another glue stick in. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna take this and just glue it down on the pizza pan. And I'm trying to get the stem here, because that's where we're gonna try to hide the fact that we didn't have enough beads. I mean, I had enough beads, but you know, ran out of space. Okay. Sorry about my table, guys. It's just squeaking away. Okay, so we got that done. So now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and hot glue our bow on there. And all I did was take one of the flowers off the stem and I glued it directly in the middle of the bow. So what I'm gonna do is take the bow and put it like right there, and I'm gonna glue it. I'm gonna glue it to those beads, so you won't even see where I'm missing beads at, so where I'm, you know, where that space is. So I'm gonna take my hot glue, I'm gonna come back here on the back, and I'm gonna kind of go like this, make sure that I get it on there good. So turn around here and just place it down. Make sure it's in the right spot. Okay. And just hold it down there for a few seconds. Okay. So then we can kind of fluff up our bow a little bit. Kind of fix it around. Okay. And so the way that we're going to kind of cover up this side here is I'm just going to let those kind of come down on the side, the little tails. I might cut them a little bit, but this is what we have right now. Okay. And so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to start placing like the leaves and the flowers on there. So we don't need a very long stem, so we'll just cut it. Okay. And let's take the leaves here. We'll use our wire cutters. We're not going to use a whole lot. Let's cut some more. And let's get some of this wheat. And let's cut that. And let's cut another one. I'm just gonna put some hot glue on the end here. Okay. And what I'm gonna do is stick it, like hold my bowl up here and just stick it in there. Like that. And then I am going to do the other sides. And then we're going to go through and adjust everything, because I don't want to cover up the pumpkin, but you know. Okay, so I ended up adding some little pieces of the wheat on there, and it did cover up this little spot over here that was kind of bothering me. So the last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna glue our thankful metal word down. So we're just gonna take some hot glue. Let's put some hot glue in a couple of different spots. Okay. Okay guys, so here it is completed. I think it turned out really cute. So what I'm gonna do is display it in my entryway, and I'll show you guys how it will look out there. Okay guys, so here it is sitting on my entryway table. I know it's probably a little glare on it, but I hope you guys can see. And here is a little bit of the decor around it. I just wanted to show you guys how it would look, you know, or how it could look if you put it on a table. You could take some nautical rope and make you a hanger for the back and hang it up on your door, on your wall. There are endless possibilities. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, would you please like, share, and subscribe to my channel? Oh my goodness, I can't talk. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate each and every one of you. God bless and have a beautiful day.